Do you know what this stuff is for? I do. Hi friends. We're going to talk about nets again a little bit. I did a video a few weeks ago about different kind of nets and how to deal with them and that sort of thing. And I got to thinking about this net that I used for a while and then didn't use, and I did use and I didn't use. And the net was, and I have it on my belt right now. I always have my belt and I have my wading stick, but this is called the Handy Net. And it was a company that sort of disappeared for a while and I guess came back a few years ago, maybe like 5 or 6, 7 years ago. But it was like sort of big in the 80s and 90s and stuff. And what it is it's a very handy net. It just fits like this, and then you pull it out. I'm going to pull it out of this pouch. See how easy it pulls out? You pull it out and it expands into this net. And it's a great net for, let me put this over here for now. It's a great net for, picking up not giant fish, but pretty good sized fish. Well, I bought this at a garage sale maybe 10 years ago for just a couple bucks. It was kind of bent. The netting it's fallen apart. It was sort of like dry rotting and stuff. And in the beginning, it was a little bit tricky to do the thing. Wait, and I know how to do it. Okay, one way is this. Here we go, like this. Trying to do it in a camera is very difficult. You pack it up and then you stick it back in the little bag. Okay. So I went online. I just looked online, on some other YouTube videos, and all of a sudden I saw some reviews of the Handy Net. And as it turns out, they have new models. The other thing I didn't like about this net was this knotted net that came with it is really quite abrasive. So I went online, and guess what? Amazon sells it for there's a number of models. Amazon sells their basic model for, it's like $38 or $39 or something like that. Maybe $42. It depends on the day. And then I went to the actual, because I do sell stuff online, I sell lawn trout online. I went to the actual insta-net company and looked on theirs, and it was about $5 cheaper with free shipping. But the thing that they had improved upon was two things. The netting, and I'll pull it out of here. The netting, the shape of the net, this is a different kind of metal now. And this netting apparently, it doesn't have knots and stuff, so it's a little bit nicer to the fish. Okay. They also have the silicone netting also. But this one folds basically the same way and much easier than the other one does. Okay. Now, what's nice about this too is these nets is that if you do screw it up, you can just bend them into whatever shape you want to bend them into. The big difference in price was there was a $80 version and and this I think was the $35 version of it, and the big difference was the little container. This, it's a holder that goes on your belt, but this one's made of plastic. Looks very cool. But since I had the one that was already a leather one, I thought, wouldn't it be cool? I already have the leather one. I'll get the new net, the better, more improved net, and then I'll put it in my leather one. Whoop. So, but this leather one was pretty beat up. So those of you who are of a certain age, I don't know if this has happened everywhere, but when I was a kid, I'm 73 years old, I'll admit it. And when I was a kid, you know, before we'd go to church or anything, my job as a kid was to take everybody's shoes and I would polish them. We used to polish shoes. And I got real good at, you know, polishing and cleaning and doing all that kind of stuff and taking care of leather goods. It's a disposable society. So I went down in my basement into my shoe shining kit. How many of you have a shoe shining kit? I want to know. Put it in the comments. And I found, I don't know how old this is. It's saddle soap. It's what you rub on things to kind of re-soften. So this thing was like really just in bad shape. And I cleaned it up with the saddle soap. I soaked it in some neat's feed oil. I don't know if any of you have used that. And so where this thing became, you know, I sort of refurbished the leather on it. So now I can take the turn, push, and flip that down. Yep. Grab this, stick it in the pouch, and there you go. I'm all set now. It's a pretty cool thing. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with this. I think they may sell replaceable nets, and that'll be okay. It still does have a cheesy handle, but it's a pretty cool thing. So it's called handypacknet@gmail.com, and it's called insta-net by Handypack. Okay? Just thought in case you want it. It's a really beautiful leather piece here. And then when you need to catch a fish, there it is. It's open. Okay? That's all I have. Just a quick one. See you. Bye.